Now this guy is got a mic on me, so I can't say any bad words. Okay, right now. But does that help you understand?
I work full time, so I don't get out to see things. But when I do get out and get in the community, I can see that since I moved here at 16, things are not being maintained to the same standard I once knew.
There is a management technique called walk the talk, inspect what you expect. Okay, and I abide by it 100%. When I walk around, and the example I gave some folks here earlier was, if you look at the yard work that's done around here, I have pictures of my yard when it was done quite well by Floorline. I went out and took pictures when it's done perfectly. And what I do every once in a while is I take the pictures and I contact the guy, in the case of Yardneck and Juniper, and I call them over and said, okay, the first question I ask them is, do you see what I see? And if they look and say, I don't see what you see, I will show them the picture and say, this is what I want it to look like. Right? Now, can you see the difference? And they go, I've never seen anybody do anything but say, yeah, you're right, it doesn't look that way. Right, now I want it to look that way. Now, I'm not asking you to get a crew over here today to do it, but the next time your guys come through, when they're finished, I want it to look like that. I don't want any ruts. I don't want different cut levels of grass, and I want things done quite well. That's the expectation that I have. If you inspect what you expect, you get the results that you want.
Yeah, so one thing that might not be on your radar, but I attend bingo on a regular basis. So we use those restrooms in the ballroom area.
Yeah.
They're terrible.
Here,
The ballroom.
have you ever gone into washrooms here?
Yes.
And what do you think?
These are better.
Yeah, because there's two people here. There's a gentleman by the name of Clarence, and I can't pronounce Clarence's last name. And then there's another girl called Anita. They're the attendants here. I know them both, right? And every time I go into washrooms here, I always walk out. I look at them both in the face, and I tell them the restrooms look great. And you know what? You give people positive feedback, and or show them things we need to fix. You don't say things are bad or whatever. If you think that things aren't clean and you say, oh yeah, Clarence Place looks great, but you might want to take a look at this.
Yeah, I
Right?
don't usually see people because it's an evening thing that I
Yeah.
go there on a Sunday.
Yeah.
My like toilets don't flush. They replace the door locks with little pieces that don't really belong. They made it work kind of thing.
Needs
So
to get needs to
that
get fixed.
shoddy look of
And we don't need that. We don't need that. Have I helped you? Or?
yes, you have.
Thank you very much.
Can I take this?
You can take this and you can take this as well.
Thank you.
And your name is?
I'm Candy Stanford.
Candy. I'm Gene Foster. 13. Where you from originally, Candy?
Florida.
Florida?
So why do you want to move into a no-win situation? What do you think?
This This is a win-win.
I see it as a no-win. Either way.
You and I have the difference of it.
So why do you want to be?
I want the place to look better and be better.
Look better and be better.
Yeah.
How do you plan to accomplish that as a team?
Okay, what specific? I agree. Well, the first thing you want to do is sit down with people, and you want to find out where everybody is on a broad range of issues. Where do you think the housekeeping is?
Housekeeping.
The housekeeping here, when you go outside and take a look at lawns, things of this nature, the entranceways, are you satisfied?
I am.
Okay.
I am
All
a
right.
satisfied resident of SoliVita
Okay.
without all the consequences and all the uproar and everything like that. I really want to know why you want this job.
Because I've been asked to participate by a number of people because I've had the experience of going out and integrating facilities with another facility. we have to amalgamate the amenities into the HOA. And that's going to take about 1 to 2. So I have,
The amenities in and buying them at some point.
well, we need to integrate amenities into the HOA. Now, what that means is you might want to look at these and say, Taylor Morrison, on one extreme, you can keep them, and then we'll go build something else, because the price that's being talked about, $20 million, I can go out and buy a modern facilities with zero entrance pools, with
So if the price were right, you would consider the purchase of an amenity down the road on the amenities.
I would consider it, yeah.
But you're thinking because of the price right now, you're not.
I think that we need to go through a process of determining what we need to do, what the options are, and there's more than one option.
Okay, great. And how do you feel about transparency from the HOA board?
We need to improve it.
How would you go about doing that?
Well, the first thing you do is you talk to people. You sit and you talk to people and you inform people what's going on. Right now, we've got 11 different committees. 6 of the committees have not had a documented meeting or documented minutes to any of the meetings in 2 years. We need to fix that.
Okay, so some form of communication
Better.
other than talking one-on-one.
Okay, I'm going to tell you what I did in my previous life, and this might help you. Okay, I have what I call listening sessions with people, and if you go around, there's 33 different so-called sub-communities in here. I can actually go to each sub-community about 3 times a year, sit down and listen and ask the question, what's up? What's going on in this area, Alta Vista, or wherever it is?
You don't feel the captains of the local communities we have now
they have limited responsibilities, and if you ask them to do that, some of them will balk at it. The issue you come down to is the HOA board is different than the captains. Of course, right?
About using them as a form of communication.
Absolutely.
Because you can't get to every member of the community.
I've had companies where we've had 15,000 employees. I met every employee at least 3 times a year. Yeah.
Sorry to monopolize.
Yeah, there's a bunch of techniques that you can use to improve the communication with the residents here. You can collectively do it, or you can do it individually. It's not a problem.
It's really important that communication, because we don't have a lot of trust. A lot of us don't have trust in the HOA board as it stands. And part of that is transparency.
Absolutely.
So that's why I'm wondering what your method would be for accomplishing.
If you sit and you talk to people, you walk around. I ran paper mills, and when I say paper mills, some of the mills had communities. They had a community which was 3,000-4,000 people. You name it, we had it. And if you go out and you sit down and you talk to people and you ask them what's up and you listen, you'll get an idea of what's going on. I had as many as 5,000, 10,000 employees. I knew every employee's name. I knew all their spouses and their kids. And it's important that they know you're there for them. Very important.
But how do you take that and what you learn from these people and what's up? How do you use that to enact change or improvements? How do you use that information?
Hi, Gary. Gary can give you examples. He knows some of the things I've done. And Gary, as a matter of fact, has sat in on meetings with me where I have actually gone out, and a lot of people here don't realize it. We've organized or orchestrated meetings with the Castle Group who run this place, and we've had conversations with them about spouses getting gassed by ClO2, what a lot of people don't understand, the quality of the service, the conduct of what goes on around here. You might remember there was a woman that died here in this pool, 2 years ago. Okay? Right. I pulled her out of the pool. I spent 30 minutes performing artificial respiration on her until the ambulance turned up. And when you sit down and you go through that whole process, after that, Gary knows it, I sat down with Sherry and said, here are the deficiencies that you have. And there was a very large set of deficiencies associated with it, which included the The AEDs, you couldn't find them. We had to run out and get an AED out here at the pickleball court. No, there wasn't one in the lobby, right? You know, the attendant didn't know the address to the place. That was a big one. Believe it or not, huge, huge. I mean, not only didn't I know it, the attendant didn't know it, and we had to get the address to direct the ambulance to come in to help, you know, help the resident.
That's fixed now, right? They know that address.
That sign, yeah, there's a sign up here and there's a sign up there. I went around and made sure it got done. Every facility has it, yeah. But it's not, it's like there's a guy here earlier, Rich, and Rich had some problems with mailboxes. And you don't see it, but, you know, I'm with Rich. That's Rich's problem. That's my problem. I'm not on the board, but I'm the guy writing Larry and other people and him letters saying these things need to get fixed. I'm up in his face saying, when are you going to get the numbers? If you don't want to pay for the numbers, I'll pay for them. Right? These are things that need to get done.